Hey folks, this is Davey Dog here, just trying to bring you along on my first cook in the Smokin-It Model 3. As you can hear, I do have chicken, so I apologize. I'm sure they will star in a future show. We have a couple too many roosters that have come of age. So anyway, let's get started. I did order the cover, and that's on there. One thing that I think is unusual that I haven't seen on others is a nice big long 12-foot cord. I mean, it's plugged in. It's plenty of cord so you can drag it around. You also see it has a nice caster so you can roll it around. Besides a long cord and the nice casters that make it easy to roll around, you also have the double latch, and these are actually quite, I say simple in that they're just, if you want to replace or repair these, you just slide this pin out. Comes right out. Let's see, you got 4 racks. I'm gonna grab some. Like I said, if you're gonna be doing a lot of barbecuing, these are a time saver, unless you like walking around with your hands dirty all the time. And this works with the food and the smokers you're working with. But I haven't cooked on this yet, but I did go through the initial smoking, break-in period, seasoning, whatever you want to call it. And here, so we won't be using all these racks today, but it came with 4 racks. So I'm going to take these 3 out. And I don't have my calipers out here, but see if I can get this on camera. These are really thick on the outside. I mean, thicker than my last one for sure. As I say, I was kind of surprised I didn't have a center bar, but it doesn't seem to be, I can't torque them and bend them very easily. Oh, and also these rails come out so you can actually change the configuration out, or throw these in the dishwasher. Get them back down there. I thought that was kind of nice. We'll probably be cooking I'm going to throw some. I'm going to throw some beef ribs on there. But first we gotta, 1, put some tin foil around, and 2, I want to see this. That is a big 1200 watt heating element, and basically that box just bounces on it. Okay, what you're looking at here is the smoke box. All the black is from the initial burn, and what I did is I purchased a little screen that covers up the larger holes, because you're supposed to use those chunks there, and I use those chips. So, and I have a lot that I don't want to get rid of, so I went ahead and spent a few extra dollars to get that accessory. But you don't need that if you don't have a bucket load of chips laying around like I do. Another nicety that this smoker has is the drip pan. It has the hole in the center like you'd expect to cap all the meat drippings, but also it has the sill right in front of the door, so when the door is closed and moisture penetrates between it, that same pan will catch those drippings also. And if you look at it, you'll actually see, even from just putting the wood burn in there, it's already dripped a little bit. Okay folks, I got a probe thermometer attached to the back with a heat-proof rubber band, and I have some, I got the probe. This is one of those fancy remote one, so the base is on top of the machine and the probe is showing 75 degrees. We won't be going to 180. I'm going to have to change that. So you got some, you can see this today, some beef ribs, simple rub. I'll throw the ingredients up on the video because I can't take them all off the top of my head. But you know, this is I haven't cooked beef ribs successfully before, and that's for a variety of reasons. One, I don't usually cook beef ribs, and two, when I first attempted it years ago, I did it totally wrong. But I think I have hopefully a new plan. I guess we'll see. If not, we'll have a video archive of all my mistakes. It's the good news. I went ahead and loaded, after covered with tinfoil, and loaded my smoke box up here. Let's see if you can see that here. But I left all the burnt pieces from the previous burn in there and just scattered a little bit more. One thing with chips over the chunks is that if you know, they're going to smoke more faster but not last as long, so it kind of depends what you're cooking. And see how strong this is. It's pretty sturdy, so I can put those on like so. Okay. And I'm one of those believers that you know, unless you're going for time or under other time constraints, you should start with cold meat in a cold smoker. So lock this bad boy down. Well, as you can see, this is a simple controls. It's just off and the temperature you want with the heating light to show if it's heating or not. And I've set the probe for 230 degrees because I'm going to set the smoker for 225. This will alert me to one if the temperature controller in the smoker, being I've never used it before, is off. I mean, I've tested it and I know it's close, but you know, there's always variables, the humidity, if the chips, you know, are burning down there harder than they should, or the, you know, a lot of things that could go on, but this gives you a little insight. So, and basically I'm going to set it for 225. And we'll have some video updates in a couple hours. I probably won't touch this for at least 3.5. Hear that? So the setting is down just a little bit below 225 and it popped off right at, looked like 223 at the probe. So now I'm eyeballing this, and these things aren't exact, I'm sure, but I'm going to put it right on 225, which is right there. So it actually doesn't change at all. I'd have to go above that. So, yep, 225. So, like I said, I do get a lot of faith in the internal temperature probe. One thing I have noticed is that, and I don't think I've ever recorded this before, is the temperature inside the box does fluctuate, and you'll see it go anywhere from, I think I saw the highest I saw was 245 today, down to, I don't know, maybe 210 by the time you know, even if the heating element's on, it still takes a while for it to get up to the probe. So again, maybe I'm fussing over this more than I need to, but it's just an FYI. Oh, at the 3 hour mark, and you hear hawks screaming in the background, and sounds like a chainsaw, but joys of living in the country. Anyway, we're at the 3 hour mark, and again, this is my first smoke on this smoker, and my first attempt at beef ribs in a while, so, and the old curiosity killed the cat type thing. So let's take a look at them at the 3 hour mark. Okay. Well, they look pretty good. Move the cameras out here. Still looks like they have a ways to go. And they're plenty juicy. Again, I don't have too much experience on how much more they need to cook. I'm guessing in the hour range. Well, here we are at the 4 hour mark. Pop this bad boy open. You can see the ribs have started to break apart a little bit. That's a good sign. Yeah, the meat's pulling away a lot nicer. Might have to do a little taste test here. I have to sacrifice one here at the end if I can get it across. My theory is if I can just pull it off with a fork, it's probably close to being done. I almost can do it, but not quite. So, guess we're gonna continue to wait. I'd like to steal a piece just to taste it. Doink. Yum. Well, if smell is any indication of doneness, this bad boy is ready. It smells good. Let's take a look. We're at the about the 5 hour mark, a little over. I got busy doing some other stuff. Let's see. Yeah, now the meat's starting to pull away. See, that's nice. Yank that off. Oh, that'll be a tester one. Oops, the meat came right off of my... Yeah, these are... I'm probably just gonna wrap these and let them rest, but I'm pretty sure they're ready. 'Cause I can pull the meat right off the bone if I wanted to. Alright, so looks like 5 hours is the mark for this. Alright, well, the small piece I did have earlier, like I said, I'll put the recipe up, but it had a little too much pepper for my taste. I love pepper, don't get me wrong, but I think it was a bit much. Or I used too much rub. I mean, I'm used to like just packing the rub on there when I do my beef or my pork ribs, so I might have over seasoned this a tad, but I mean, it's tasty. It's just stronger than I'd like. All right. The ribs did come out good. They were tender, beefy. Again, if I had to critique myself, I would say, you know, the seasoning or the rub was good. I typically don't put a lot of sauce on my ribs, and this didn't really need it, but I really wish I would have lightened up on the rub, being there's a lot of pepper in this recipe. You know, it was good. It was just a little bit much. And honestly, I think there was enough. You know, I ate most of this rack sitting here, and I'm thinking, you know, I probably could have even cooked it another half hour to an hour. I mean, there was a residual fat chunk in there, or you know, maybe maybe I should have pulled it and wrapped it and let it sit a little bit longer. I don't know. Feel free to leave your comments of anything you think is wrong. I'm sure everybody has their opinion. But thanks for watching.